has no idea how to like me. My nose looks like Big fucking Ben. Listen to me.
Piers Morgan, Shannon Wise.
As wealthy representatives of that culture, but really they haven't gone along with the impetuous veracity of the Industrial Revolution and the Digital Revolution.
Not too bad yourself, Piers?
I'm good, mate, and you are the most famous young man in Australia.
Famous young man in Australia. This Australian kid, he doesn't sound Australian.
Cracking the joke that reduced
Cracking the joke?
the Today Show host to quivering wrecks of laughter. So for the benefit of our viewers, what was the joke?
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who's at the bottom first. Who wins?
Who wins?
No, who wins?
Who wins?
Society.
Society. Why does he sound like Ringo Starr, Piers?
There's a character in England that was saying a lot of Tommy Robinson. I saw it on Piers Morgan and Piers and the female presenter. A kind of labelling him with inciting violence by claiming.
See, the problem when you use English strategic language to attack descendants from England is that we know what you're doing. That's how I know. Because in my blood, I've been doing it longer. Now, where are we going to get to? Is it your blood? Is that what makes you English? Is it your citizenship? We're going to have to start answering all these questions, aren't we, Piers? Because you're eating your own and you don't even know it. We didn't mutiny like the United States. But you're treating us as if we did. You're shining a mirror on a mirror. You're trying to send English people here and claim they're Australian, and you're skipping the fact that English people were here that weren't convicts. And even the convicts, that once they were freed from their convict, duties, they were considered Australian. Actually, they were still considered British.
And this is the end of the line. The UK elite that have sold every citizen of the UK that has spread out.
And when I say citizen, I don't mean citizen, I mean descendant of the UK.
The world. Concentrating those finances to England, to London.
Like, how is that not... You've used violence against a woke person. You're using a child with an English accent saying they're Australian. It must be nice in the spotlight there, Piers. You know what I mean? Just to have all these Hippocratic conceptions. Oh, look, there's a TV within a TV within a TV within a TV within a TV. That says BBB or 666. What are we in? Look at this. Judge, jury and executioner. This is from a while back.
Right, I thought, so I got Australia Post hand delivery. I won't open Mum's packages this time because I'm respectful. I only did that once. I'm going to open this letter in front of everyone just to see what the kind of shit that I've been dealing with for fucking ages now from our government. Oh, what a fucking surprise. It's a fucking child support fucking letter. Despite the fact that I've voluntarily been fucking doing this now for fucking 3 years to try and bring peace and harmony to the world, to try and right the wrongs of fucking lots of years of injustice, and despite the fact that I've been traumatized.
Child support. Australian government. What is going on? What on earth? Like, how many twists and... Like, we are a mirror within a mirror within a mirror within a mirror within a mirror.
Systemic fucking abuse, slander, and fucking all this shit.
How, like, honestly, the maths needs to be done.
Yes, it's an automated letter from the Child Support Agency.
An automated letter from the child support. If you zoom in there, I don't know whether you can see it. That's my company... Oops. My company logo, and that badge there is a badge of the Cameron clan. Now behind me I have a Union Jack and a star.
Well, I don't know if I could possibly support my children any further than how I have. And so
this is what happens when the financial system imposes itself onto the moral system and uses an automated, computer-driven
everyone else's children. So I perhaps
program to do it. It can't respond. If you look there at the top, there's a picture of my mum standing in front of my father's house. That's her trophy photo there.
like to send the Australian Government Services Australia that doesn't even have a crown on the top. That's how you know it's bullshit. It's got a fucking star on it.
Same star that's behind me.
Got rid of on that other fucking thing. Isn't it? Oh, he's looking at stars, are you? Stars in your eyes. Seems. Stars for the crown. Well, you can go and get fucked because I'm sending you a bill. And the fucking bill I'm sending you is a lot bigger than $25,609 fucking $25,609.
Now, we'll just say as well that $25,000 is still there, and there's a written agreement for more than that the entire time. This is what is happening down under. There is a computerized government trying to, or being used to police this kind of moral, assumed reality that isn't taking into account any single thing of historical record. Like, I'm in a stalemate with a computer, and I have been for a long time. And we all are. Like, this is impossible.
Based off the calculation of an income that I made 4 years ago and have not been able to make an income for 3 years because I was in research and development, I was actually running at a loss to run my company.
Also, this is the second time this has happened as an Australian citizen. This has already happened once, where a pay-as-you-go tax policy actually ended up crediting me accounts and then charging me interest on credits that I didn't ever make and then made me pay everything back. This is robo-cop, robo-government, out-of-control, colonial insanity. It is so broken and needs to be fixed.
The majority of COVID, because you don't know how to do mathematics.
Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Look at all these videos. Every day for a long time. Now this is supposed to give you some type of algorithm spike. This is a lot of work. This is a very large book. This isn't entertainment. This isn't a TV show. This is public testimony of the phenomenon going on down under. Now, I don't know what type of system everybody thinks we're living in, but I guarantee you it's built of something like this. Now, the kind of reality that people are trying to say is that this is the work of a person that's insane. Well, that's funny, because this is what our whole government is held together with, is observations over a long time and consistently showing up to document. This is a hell of a lot of work. Most of these videos are above half an hour. These are my very old ones. This is where I started. I started playing guitar on the internet. This is pre-pandemic, just playing guitar, just being a singer. Then here. And actually, weirdly, look, In Excess, Never Tear Us Apart, 3 years ago. I think that's more than 4 years ago, but maybe it's not. Feeling Good. And then Perth Mandate Madness. That's where this begins. Can you see here? Medical industry or used car salesman. The plan that Zuck tried to block. Banks, debt and glass. Impetuous campaign of fear. Stairway to Heaven. My tribute to the Queen, who remember died a year after getting her vaccine, and so did Prince Philip. Neurodivergent discrimination is blatant religious persecution. Of course it is. This is religious persecution by the people that Piers Morgan is protecting. It's not just racism. They're in our system adjudicating moral law already in the guise of doctors. Dr. Shanks here.
Hello there. I'm Dr. Shannon.
This is actually the phenomenon. The reason our current system of medical healthcare exists is because Rockefeller jumped in, made it illegal to do anything else except surgery and medical intervention, and then everybody followed suit. Now we've got the reverse. We have had that invaded. That already flawed system of control has been invaded by our enemies and is being used to control us and to religiously persecute us and to prevent us from being able to defend ourselves. That's a whole lot more than language, than reading out passages from a Quran. Wouldn't you agree, Piers? Look at this. This is the diary of someone on the ground behind enemy lines trying to expose this for a very long time with a little bit of musical interlude. All this work was for you. The least you could do is have a look. I'm sure that's what it says. Hourglass alive. This is what I'm saying. All of this work put into this metaverse is completely ridiculous. It is not anything. Containment, the scam, the resistance, promo, gatekeepers, vindication. I've already written the book. It's just in the digital environment. The book does not get distributed. It is protected from being distributed. Every single piece of this, it's not just a book now, it's a complete exposure of the scam. So what are you doing, Piers? Who are you working for? Do you work for the King? The King is the defender of the faith. The faith is the Church of England, Protestant Christian church, and you are defending Muslims on TV. How are you not that guy of V for Vendetta? That's what I want to know. You are. Look at this. If I could get onto my Instagram, you'd see the same. This isn't violence. If anything, this is what Muhammad was doing. I'm not saying I'm Muhammad. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm just saying it's the same thing. And what you're protecting Let's have a look. BBB or 666. The big beautiful bill.
Which is,
You're protecting the big beautiful bill, are you?
well, I did a whole video yesterday, but I've now deleted it. Which has basically described that we built a digital Christ system that was acting in the exact.
Now, under the framework of the psychiatric industry, which is now being policed by, in a large case, atheists or Muslim extremists, to claim any type of connection between yourself and Jesus or yourself and Muhammad or yourself and God really is a mental illness. But to create an entire system that acts and claims to be God, which is what this big beautiful bill is protecting, well, that is to be protected at all costs. Now, that is the most heresy, the largest heresy known to man. And you're in the United Kingdom, in which the king sits over the Church of England. And you're supporting a system that elevates you to the top, to the mouthpiece, and lowers somebody doing thousands of times more work than you, against all odds and being imprisoned. You're standing over people like that, defending this system.
Christ, because that's just how it works. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Now, there's one figure who comes up history as literally a robotic vacuum cleaner, just vacuums up behind me, just to make this all a little bit more ominous. Is Rockefeller. Now, we cannot remove an individual from that period. Rockefeller.
Now, if you notice here, it says, see the good in all people. Now, I can't help but notice that those two strings are going through the two E's down to the A, which in a mirror would look like 33A. Maybe I'm getting an A here in the 33rd degree. Maybe none of you understand what 33rd degree is. A lot of people talking about Masonic things, a lot of people talking about all these things and displaying these things, but they don't understand it. The 33rd degree isn't tattooed on your arm like Russell Brand does. The 33rd degree is bestowed from God.
To his very small concept, purely just intended to look after his own family, his own businesses, his own race. This was the period it was done. I'm not saying this should be continued on. I'm saying this was the ideal period. What happened
I didn't put that together. I wouldn't be claiming it if I did.